welcome to the Friday stream. It's Friday, right? Yeah, it's Friday. I think it's Friday. Hello everyone! Hey! We are back on the bus today, but let me greet everyone. Let me greet everyone first. Hey, Demori, Aken, Duiro, Hosan, Lithium, Shinta, Tangerine, Yamete, Greg, Bakyasha, Ice, and I think I've caught everyone. It's Friday. It's Fire Day. Exactly. It's Friday. How are you all doing? I need to actually set up the premiere for Sunday's cover after the stream, I just realized. Also, when I tried to go live, it happened again. The thing happened again. YouTube logged me out when I hit the live button. And I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Why is it like actively sabotaging streamers? Like, why does this platform hate us so much? What did we do? Anyway, I made it in time, so it's fine. Doing good, work is over for this week. Nice! After the last masterpiece, I'm even more hyped for the next song. Hehe. Hehe. You're gonna see what it is later, I guess, when I set it up. Is it YouTube or you? I did not hit the log out button. No, it was YouTube. It was most certainly YouTube. But yeah, it's always trying to actively sabotage its streamers. So, you know, when one of us disappears, it's probably YouTube. Anyway, yesterday, yes, we're doing this first week this time actually. Yesterday, the new Intervallo chapter, Time Killing Time, came out. And I felt like playing it immediately this time, so we're gonna do that today. However, I don't know if you guys already played it or have seen it or anything. I'm not sure how long this is gonna be. I don't know if I can commit to 3.5 hours today, because I kind of gotta leave later, so it's like there's a chance that I might have to split this in two, because I don't really want to do 3.5 hours today. Yeah. Took me 3 hours. Okay, I see. Yeah, that's... we might have to split it. Hey, Mikazuki and Suspicious Lurker. I might need to split it because I invited my mom to go and eat pizza. And I don't want to make her wait and starve in the meantime. Time killing time. Okay, let's see. My god, what is going on with Ryoshu? Oh, this is gonna be so silly, isn't it? Isn't it? 3 hours for me, around 3 hours for me as well, but that's just me taking my time reading between the lines. Maybe we can do it. I'll see how far we get. 15 doesn't seem too bad. What's her favorite flavor? You mean topping? No pineapple in this household. I mean, we both like mushrooms a lot, actually. Sounds nice, don't let Cinnia mom wait. I'm going to try my best. Maybe we can be powerful and do both. Also, oh my god, I just remembered these are not voiced. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die. Okay. It is time! Quite literally, to die. Hey JT. And we start in immediately with Dawn and her shenanigans again. Great start. Don Quixote loudly and obnoxiously flaps through the newspaper in her hands while peppering in a few insightful chuckles. Unfortunately, I now know exactly what this means. Oh god. And Oh, that she will continue to try to draw my attention until I acknowledge her at the most appropriate moment. Also, my code is too big. VTuber issues, code too fluffy. There we go. Okay, Don Quixote, fine. What is it? Oh, Manager Squire, dost thou know that the city's upstart companies, such as one Limbus company, must always pay close heed to the ever-changing world around us? Heed thee hither! Read thy newspapers, Manager Squire, and do keep thyself up to date on the events of the city. As Mersault and I, Don Quixote, do ear every morrow. Okay, Don aggressively telling me to read the newspaper. What's going on in the newspaper? But just go along with it. Why don't ya? I'm pretty sure she's talking about Mersault and one of his morning routines. You know, the one with the newspapers? Aha, the newspaper routine. Where he wakes up before the crack of dawn, parks himself on the chair, folds one leg over the other at an exact 90-degree figure 4 leg lock position and peruses the morning newspaper? Oh my god. That. I guess it left an impression on her. Betcha she'll be back to her usual self in a week or so. Hearken unto me! Art thou paying attention? Yeah, totally. So, what's new? What did an article mention us or something? Oh, how didst thou know? Wait, really? Forsooth! Feast thy eyes on page 3, though it is quite regrettable that we were robbed of the chance to be on the front page. Huh? Page 3? We're really starting to put our names out there, huh? Don Quixote and Rhodia, the two sinners who are guaranteed to draw the full attention of whichever space they inhabit, were speaking. It was only a matter of time before the other sinners began crowding around us, curious about the commotion. A dramatic conclusion to the mysterious disappearances at T-Corp. Shocking! The perpetrators to this mysterious case has been revealed to be none other than the prestigious Edgar family, appalling the general public. Oh, Heathcliff. Well, I don't think we need to hear that part. What else does it say? With small assistance from some wandering bystanders who happened to be lost in the area, and with the most admirable heroics of the T-Corp, Class 3 collection staff on the scene. Wandering bystanders it is. Perchance that perchance that particular denomination refers to us. Oh my god, I can't read your English, Major! Stop! Bystanders? They're treating us like we were barely there. They didn't even mention our company name. Ah, come on! Those time collectors weren't even there. This is within the expected range of behavior for the news media. He's doing the jingly-fingly again. Well, there may be those who seek to interview us after reading this very article, mayhaps. Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a grand old time looking for wandering bystanders for an interview. Very descriptive. I doubt anyone will pay us much attention, Don Quixote. Better not set yourself up for disappointment and... Someone's coming for us, isn't there? We were standing here for a good moment in a big group, chattering about the article, when someone slowly but smoothly walked between us. Oh, damn. Excuse me, would you be employees of LIMBUS company? But you can read Don? Surprisingly, yes. You fellas are... I'm sure you are already aware of the reason for our visit. Oh ha ha! I welcome thee here. Long and hard have I awaited thy arrival. Now, from whence shall we begin? Whoa, she's actually here to interview us? No way. Don Quixote wasn't just losing her mind at nothing? I was not told that any interview would be taking place. My word, where did Verge go at a time like this? Now where'd I put that leftover hair gel from his makeover? They'll make amends. Alright then. Oh. Wait, what? How do I even... Verily, I shan't rightly take all the credit for what we have accomplished there. Will you be making your tax payment in installments? Tax? Huh? Huh? Okay, we're clearly not on the same page here. We are the tax collectors from T-Corp's Time Collections Agency, currently on a mission to collect your overdue time tax. Fuck, even here, the taxes, they follow me. The taxes, no more, no. Those ilks are never bringers of good tidings, indeed. Wait, time tax? No, that doesn't make any sense. We already paid our time tax in full when we went through the T-Corp Nest immigration process. Virgilius said a few days ago aboard Mephistopheles. Are you sure we don't need to pick up a timepiece for each of us to carry? You probably know this already, but in T-Corp, everyone must carry a timepiece. Yes, I know the rules. But for every rule, there's always room for an alternative that offers a bit more flexibility. Of course, I don't suppose it's listed anywhere on that pamphlet. Outsiders seeking a short-term stay at T-Corp can pay the appropriate time tax for the length of their stay to be exempt from the relevant obligations, instead of going out of their way to abide by T-Corp's rules. As you may have expected, anyone born outside District 20 must go through numerous hoops before they can be issued a timepiece. So we elected to pay 30 days worth of time tax on the spot before entering T-Corp's borders. This didn't take us 30 days, did it? We were here for like 2. Impressive. It can't have been cheap. Ah, yet I wish to wear a watch as well, like Lady Otis does. Haven't I already made it clear that it is not a fashion item? As I have said so in the past, the company has no budgetary concerns. It is a given that they would be taking care of such expenses. We're finally starting to operate like a real professional company now, huh? Yeah, there must have been a minor miscalculation or something. Maybe we fell slightly short of the amount we had to pay. It hasn't even been 30 days since we arrived here, though. Well, I'm sure we can pawn away their stuff to fix what probably amounts to a rounding error. Easy peasy. Heathcliff muttered, gesturing towards Sinclair and Hong Lu with his chin. Oh my god. It's Britain, so of course tax. Yeah. Britain and Germany. If it will help pay for the time tax, then sure. Oh no. Oh, maybe. I didn't pack much when I left, though. Well, let's hear the damage. How much time tax do we owe ya? Currently you are... What?! 10 billion, 40 million on behind in time tax payments? What?! Did my hearing get worse or something? I heard a 10, a 40, and the rest just kind of flew right over my head. For that much money, oh, we might have to make a brief stop at my place first. What do you mean, Hong Lu? He just shrugs it off. What other options do we have if we don't? I mean, if we can't pay the tax. Can't pay the tax is not an option. Your only option are the following. Make your payment with time or money. With interest, of course. What the hell does making payment with time even mean? Now that I think about it, I remember someone talking about paying with time before. I never really cared to find out what exactly they meant though. Hey, what if they like mean lifespan and we just, you know, pop, pay it and then we turn the clock and, you know, easy. Isang, Heathcliff, know anything about this? I have not once failed to make my payments during my residency at this nest. Thus I know not what transpires on an occasion in which one fails to pay the time tax. I've never been involved in messy businesses like taxes, said the manor, either. I would have been surprised if you did. And in my backstreet days, boss dealt with complicated shit like that for the rest of us. I did see a few poor sots getting dragged away because they failed to cough it up, though. Well then... With their not so helpful answers, my mind immediately began to wander towards Faust, who I hoped would know something more about this than the two of them. And that's when Otis suddenly and defiantly stood between us and the collectors. This is completely unreasonable. What kind of shoddy calculation led to this nonsensical figure? Tax calculations in T-Corp are always exceptionally reasonable. The clock's ticking. Would I be correct to assume that you lack both the capability and the will to make your fair payments? Wait, we don't have to escalate this. Can we get a timeout? Your choice of words may be quite unwise. Oh no! Yeah, maybe not, that's not the best term to use when you have to pay in time. Cry and whine all you want about not wanting to escalate things when you've got 10 billion an in your pockets. I won't recognize your opinion as anything of worth otherwise. Damn. No, then shut up and stay out of our way while we deal with this obstacle that dares to stand in our path. Uh-oh, the ladies are on it. Oh god. How exciting. A 10 billion an death. 10 billion and 40 million an to be exact. I was correct in reading that. Let's go. Wait, are we gonna fight now? Oh geez, oh god, oh boy, oh lord, oh boy, oh lord. I know there's a new Honglu ID, right? The time dude. The time dude. Ah yes, the time dude. Was there anyone else who had a new one? Or is it just Honglu for now? Project Moon fan who can read? Blasphemy! What did you do to our pink alchemist? I've always been reading. What do you mean? Ryoshu too! Oh, then we can take along Ryoshu! And the new Faust Ego, yeah. The new Ryoshu is at the event shop. Oh. Oh, it's a 2-star. Well, that's unfortunate because all of you are just too stacked in here. Oh no! Someone! Ah! Someone has her. Let's go. Okay. I think we're good. To battle. How? That's impossible. No Project Moon fans are capable of reading. Boy, do I have news for you. See, it cancels each other. Like, it cancels each other out because I'm a Project Moon fan and also a Nier fan. So I have to read, you know? It combines itself to a new, unfathomable power. Yeah, someone is stacked. The music is cool. Wait, what's that about time? Oh, I also just realized I have never used this thing before. Because I didn't need it. Let's start with the orange skill here. Struggling. How about defense? There we go, that works. Let's go! You hate these guys! What? Are they mean? Can they do something very mean? Ayo, Honglu! Okay, the music is very cool. Okay, one of them is gone. I'm gonna read one of them in the next round. I know, it's the crazy thing again. I'm mentioning the crazy thing again, reading. Speaking of reading, I started finally reading books again. I've taken a break for quite a while. Okay, T-Corp class 3 collector neutralize. Prepare to collect. Accelerated amputator. What the fuck? Your timepiece, if you will. Amplitude conversion. Okay. Enforcing collections. Borrow time. Golden time too. At the end of the turn, if the HP is between 10 and 20%, instantly heal up to 80% of max HP and recover from stagger! Oh, okay. They do gain fragile after activating that though. Borrow time. Haste Clash power up and fragile next turn. At 1 count, gain 2 borrow time potency. Okay. Well, so maybe this is a reason to hate them now that I saw it. Interesting, may I recommend Das schleichende Chaos? Yeah! The book on your shelf. I've actually been looking into the book. Because I was curious when I saw Lovecraft and I've never read any of his works. So I'm like, maybe I should. And it seems to be short stories too, right? I love short stories, so maybe. But first, I'm gonna read the book that I'm reading at the moment. I kind of put Wuthering Heights on hold because it's so hard to read in English. What am I reading right now? It's A Magic Steeped in Poison. That's what I'm reading at the moment. And I picked it up again after a break. Because I just really wanted to read again. It's been a while. Start! I haven't been reading my books. But I did get 2 new bookshelves, so I need to read my books, so I have an excuse to buy more books. Not so fun fact, H.P. Lovecraft named his cat the N-word. I remember that. I saw that on Twitter one day for some reason. It just appeared in my timeline, that not so fun fact. However, I also, when I researched that thing, I also learned that he did apologize for, you know, his assumptions and attitudes sometime later in his life. Because he just grew up with, you know, he just grew up with not actually knowing that it's a bad thing, because, you know, he probably didn't question it because no one else did, but he did presumably apologize in a letter later on, so that's nice. Okay, a T-Corp staff in a different uniform approached the sinners as both sides went on the defensive. Oh, he has golden parts. Is this one their ringleader? He may be of a higher rank, but he is but an employee of T-Corp all the same. Which is to say that our insistence on meeting their demands with hostility may lead to a direct confrontation against the full force of T-Corp. Yeah, we don't want that. Lay down your weapons now. Should you refuse to cooperate, all of you present may be considered hostile individuals by T-Corp, and we will use force to... Haha, I like that. How thrilling. This is bad. This seems like a great time for Virgilius with his intimidating glowing eyes to appear. Man, weren't things much better between us and the guide but only a few days ago? Feels like it's been forever since then. Come on, don't glare at us like that. We had our reasons, Kay? They showed up out of nowhere and tried to extort a whole 10 billion an. 10 billion an and 40 million, to be exact. You really like saying that, don't ya? Gee. Yeah, the point is there's no way we owe him that much money. We're kind, law-abiding citizens who are brimming with a sense of justice. Here. Virgilius listened quietly for a moment as the sinners chattered on like they were a part of a comedy skit. Oh. Yes, I agree that 10 billion an in taxes does seem unreasonable. However, it is a mystery to me how no one stopped to think for a second about the troubles you might spark by starting a meaningless scuffle like this, in the middle of the street no less. His iconic sigh. Virgilius let out a deep sigh before turning toward the T-Corp employee. We find it regrettable that this incident has led to bloodshed. However, 10 billion an in time tax is unacceptable. I'm sure you know full well that 10 billion an's worth of tax isn't the kind of money that we can simply fork over in the middle of the street. I believe that it would have been more appropriate if you had provided us with some context as to how this number came to be, instead of immediately marching up to us and demanding that we pay the time tax. I admit that such absurd amount of time tax levied upon your group is almost unprecedented. We have been summoned to an emergency meeting in a relevant office to address the severity of this incident. I see your point. Why don't we move this conversation to the collections office in the relevant jurisdiction area for now to discuss possible solutions? Hey Ryuji! Okay, now they agree! Virgilius is here, and then they agree, because yeah, of course they would, because it's Virgilius. Man, hit first, think later. True! I will say though, they threatened us first, we reacted to that. So, you know. Coming back to the earlier topic, his works are cool but don't apply modern standards to all of his views. Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that, yeah. Do they like really stick out when you read? People can change. Yeah, definitely, definitely. I had, like when I did the research, I think that's just a lot, like a lot of people don't know that he addressed that. But it also was like, well, I think it was like towards his, closer to his death, so it's like, yeah, kinda drowned out. Have you read Damien? No, I have not. You can read translated books, no? Yeah, I can, but I happen to have the English version of Wuthering Heights because it looked nice, and then I tried reading it and it's like super hard because the wording is so complicated. And also for some reason they take one word and then use 5 different words for the same word instead of just using the word again. And I googled the word and I realize it means the same thing, and then I get angry because what the fuck? Dante can win with the read skill and Virgilius can win with the speak skill. I mean, definitely. You know, considering also the fact that Dante only brings out a TikTok to other people. Hey Tsuki! A case of the gallows. Let's go. Wee. The truth behind the absurd amount of time tax levied upon us was much simpler than I expected. About a week ago, a large-scale unauthorized temporal leakage phenomenon was observed at the Wuthering Heights Manor, which shot you up several stages in the progressive time-use tax bracket due to the immense amount of time leak. Of course! Temporal leakage phenomenon? It refers to a deceleration in the flow of time within a certain physical field. In your case, it wasn't even a static deceleration field. It moved all over the manor for a good while, too. We measured about 4 hours worth of time in the process. Ah, it was when Dante did the crazy thing. What the bloody hell is she blathering about? A deceleration in the flow of time with a certain... she must be referring to the moment during which Dante granted us celerity as we were in pursuit of that man at the manor. Impossible. The manager's ability was activated for less than 30 minutes. It is most likely that your 4-hour measurement is a calculation error. No. Considering the odd sensation we had experienced as we departed the manor, it is most probable that no error had occurred in their calculations. Yeah, he might have just squished the time, and it would have been 4 hours. Do you recall, Dante, as we left behind the manor? Few days ago. Aha! Marisol, is there aught wrong with thy daily routine? We had just returned to Mephistopheles after the incident at the Wuthering Heights Manor. Most sinners were keeping to themselves given the clear look of sorrow on Heathcliff. However, Don Quixote's ever-cheerful voice, like always, constantly shattered through the silence. I have identified an anomaly. You should have been issued the morning newspaper, not the evening newspaper. This is inconsistent with the amount of time we spent at the manor. Huh? Perchance 'twas an innocent mistake? As long as I have been a passenger of this bus, morning papers have always been delivered during designated morning hours, and evening papers have always been delivered during designated evening hours. The possibility that they have made a mistake cannot be completely ruled out. However, the likelihood of that is minuscule. Oh, now that I'm looking at it, that's a sunset, not a sunrise. I couldn't tell because of the lack of color. This cannot be! This must be the early hours of the morrow, is it not? I may have an idea as to how this inconsistency came to be. Right, the TT4 protocol. What's that? Temporal velocity synchronization device, or something like that. You know, big words! I've seen an advert for it once. A luxury solution to all your time synchronization needs. Enjoy equally leisurely hours together, or some shit like that. Oh-ho! 'Tis quite unlike thee, Sir Heathcliff, to use so many complicated words in a sentence. That's what I've been saying! Pray, shall someone explain it in plainer language? Oh my god. It is an apparatus for equalizing the velocity of time for all those affected individuals under the TT4 protocol's influence. Aha! Forsooth! I thought it quite odd how someone so affluent in time was moving and speaking at the same speed as the rest of us. Then with this information, it can be concluded that the time we have experienced within the manor was flowing at a faster rate than the world outside. That is a coherent explanation as to why the evening newspaper instead of the morning newspaper was issued. Good. Now that your Now that your curiosity's sated, I don't suppose anyone has any issues with tackling a new job. The LCA has sent us a new request to track down a distortion. As for more detailed information... So activating my ability within the TT4 protocol caused... yes, indeed. It was akin to tampering with an already accelerated flow of time. From an outsider's point of view, it would have appeared as though more time than what was actually spent was leaked. This bloke knows what he's talking about. Also, you didn't just manipulate time on a personal scale. Like I said earlier, you affected the flow of time within a physical space. Let me remind you that it wasn't even a static field. It moved all over that manor. Honestly, the situation is completely unprecedented. Right, they used to activate it only on special occasions, like when we had plenty of guests over for a visit, because it was so bloody pricey. So the time tax for your inflated tax bracket multiplied by the surtax per volume from the physical space covered by the temporal manipulation. I'm gonna fucking die! Yeah, no wonder it all adds up to this insane number. It ain't like we knew something like this would happen. Well, anyway, you have 2 payment options to settle this time tax step. Oi! Options? What options? It ain't like bags of 10 million, billion even on grow from a tree, ain't it? Option 1, cash payment. Option 2, time payment. Yeah, about that. What's that supposed to mean anyway? Paying with time? It means... oh. The employee who was about to answer our question with painfully observable annoyance suddenly jolted at the sound of an alarm. Understood. I just got a call that they're ready to hold the emergency meeting regarding this incident. LIMBUS Company may send 2 individuals to the meeting to represent your company. No need to tick-tock and fuss, Dante. Dealing with complicated matters like this meeting is one of my responsibilities. Oh, thank God. Thank you. I will be joining them to discuss the possible solutions to this incident, so please keep the sinners under control. Except you, Miss Faust, you are with me. Understood. Make another mess while I'm gone, and only Ryoshu will enjoy what comes next. Keep that in mind as you wait. Oh! She's going out of her way to cause trouble purposefully now. Well, off they go, I guess. Didn't even give us the chance to ask them more questions. They're just leaving us here like this? Isn't this whole mess basically about what will happen to us? So, this isn't anything serious, but what's Mersal doing on the gallows? What? Mersal, what are you doing up there? What the fuck? I was told to stand here, so I have done so. Who told you to do that? I did! Just trying to be helpful with you and your friend's little time tax problem. I thought all employees were supposed to be at the emergency meeting? Oh, get away! Get away! Don't stand there! Get away! Whoa, a clock with legs! How fascinating! If someone were to submit you for consideration at the upcoming expo, you might even be worth a participation trophy. You remind me of the time when some helpless soul submitted a timepiece that doubled as a compass that had a rather tragic and critical design flaw. You could tell the time or find your path, but never both at once. Tell directions or tell time. It was only one thing or the other, leaving you lost in time and stranded in the streets. That was no good, not at all. That's no better than a clock taped to a compass at the end of the day, is it? Bro! Stop yapping and release my man! Alright, TT52 protocol's operating at an experimental capacity within the office space, so don't you forget, anyone not synced with the daily standard time might find this a little disorienting, so keep that in mind as well. What? No, that's the look of someone who has never once heard of the TT52 protocol. TT52 protocol, as its name suggests, is an invention to address the temporal efficiency problem present in the TT4 protocol. It's doing test runs in only a few select T-Corp offices, so if you do ever feel the urge to leave your impressions of this new shiny thing, feel free to jot down a few words on the bulletin. Wait a minute, who wrote that 3-star review? I perish. Help me! The man whom we presume to be a T-Corp staff seemed very adept at holding a one-sided conversation with zero external input. Not that any of us could keep with how fast he was speaking anyway. Anyways, if you're ready, let's get cracking! I'm ready. Wait, I don't know if it's really a good idea to be ready for something that looks like... Ooh. The rope extending from the intimidating machine tightened around Mersault's throat. Get the man out, get the man out, get the man out. Is that what it means to pay our time tax with time? Getting hanged from the gallows? Please call it by its precise and given name, temporal scale gallows. It measures the exact amount of time you owe and sucks that time right out of you. That wasn't the original name, mind you. There was simply too much hubbub and hoopala boobaloo about its excessively long name, which was at approximately 58 words or letters. Can someone ask him what will happen to Mersault? Is that thing going to kill Mersault? Kill him? Nonsense. She's a very gentle machine. That is simply preposterous. However spoken in such a manner, oft portends the event of even greater ill fortune shall befall us. I'm not so sure as to what might happen, actually. I suppose it will suck 10 billion ants worth of time out of your friend. He's fucking dead! Stop being obtuse. What is that even supposed to mean? Is he going to be stuck like that for 10 billion hours or something? What? Well, not exactly. Let me tell you about T-Corp's particularly generous system called the 4-hour daily minimum time guaranteed policy. How generous, huh? Even when worst comes to worst, every citizen is entitled to the right to enjoy a minimum of 4-hour days. According to the Corp Public Welfare Council, 4 hours is the absolute minimum number of hours in a day to guarantee human survival. Survive being the key word here. My, sucking 10 billion and 40 million ants worth of time from your friend was too much, I suppose. Look, it says measurement error. That rarely ever happens. Wait, you pulled the lever when you didn't even know what was going to happen? Just out of curiosity? Of course, 10 billion an of time tax debt is a historically unprecedented amount of debt, so I had to see what would happen. You could land first place in a lottery and you still wouldn't even come close to making 10 billion an, and that's before taxes. I'd say you all belong in a museum of history if I'm being honest. Imagine a 4-hour day. I would die. You can't imagine that, you would just die. Besides, I haven't seen anyone with more than 150 hours in time tax debt willingly step up to the gallows before. Anyone beyond that usually chooses to run and digs themselves into an even deeper debt hole. The point is, scarcely expected someone in a 10 billion time tax hole to just walk up here like that. What is wrong with this guy? Awaken, Mersault! Pretty, surrender not to such machinery! Oh? Thou art unharmed? I'm alright. Why don't you get down from the gallows for now, Mersault? What the fuck is happening? Virgilius and Faust, who returned just as this incident occurred, were both glaring at us with expressions that were anything but friendly. I can't believe we just hanged Mersault. 24 hours are not even enough. I agree. I struggle with 24 hours. I can barely do what I want to do sometimes. And then I'm still lacking hours because I want to do more. Mersault is unbothered, moisturized, happy in his lane, focused, flourishing. Oh my god. Mersault likes to be chained. I mean, you like what you like. I don't judge. Hey, 4. You're not too early, but also not too late. Don't get ahead of yourself now. Boo! Vote Cinnia 2025 for the introduction of 48-hour days. Let's fucking go, everyone! But the working time stays the same. You don't... Oh, well, some people have to go above 8 hours because, you know, time is a concept and people don't care about you. But I'd limit work days to no more than the 8 hours you have to do. And the rest is free real estate. So vote for me. Okay, I can clearly see that you are both assuming... I can clearly see that you are both accusing me of letting the sinners run wild again, but we had our reasons. We have reached an agreement. And you explained things to them, right? Please tell me that the agreement doesn't involve us collectively dangling from that stupid gallows. A 10 billion an is certainly an absurd amount of money, but that doesn't change the fact that we are still responsible for it. We did benefit from the extra time it granted us, and its use was something that wasn't mutually agreed upon before our unilateral activation. There we go. Because it was an unexpected event, no countermeasures could be put in place either. Yeah, but we didn't exactly have a whole lot of time to debate whether I was allowed to slow down time or not. We really had to think on our feet back then. I felt a bit miffed about being treated as though I was somehow at fault for this. If you plan to sacrifice one of us to settle a debt, I request that you evaluate our worth based on individual merit. I have prepared performance evaluation sheets for each sinner, precisely for one such occasion. On the last pages of those evaluation sheets are extra opinions that... Oh, it is! Oh my god! I don't plan on leaving any of you behind to take the fall for the group. Aw, Virgilius! Besides, 10 billion an isn't the kind of money that you can settle with a sacrifice of an individual. You can't? That's kind of rude. I mean, that's a lot of money. But you're saying they can't be worth 10 billion an. But we did eventually find a reasonable compromise while you were wasting your time horsing around in front of the gallows. And that compromise is... we have been contracted to deal with a distortion. Huh, I guess we're really starting to put our names out there if they specifically sought us out to deal with this distortion. They have sought out other fixers and companies to deal with the issue first. We were their sixth choice after the first 5 failed to produce a meaningful result. That means they should pull us up on the list. Gotcha. He's so disappointed. Well, the stories are starting to circulate via word of mouth. I will not deny that. So what kind of distortion are we dealing with this time? Haha, he said time. They said time. This is a request regarding a series of similar unsolved cases within T-Corp's borders. Some call it the case of time-killing time. Whoa, title drop! Several people have already fallen victim to the perpetrator. The case of time-killing time. It is exactly what it says on the tin. A distortion is running wild, killing our time. Time is an asset here at T-Corp. It is not so difficult for us to track down the occasional time robberies by tracing it, but in the case of time-killing time, the killer does not leave any traces. It is simply gone, completely removed and untraceable. No such thing has ever happened here before, thus the significance of this case cannot be emphasized enough. That is why we formally request that you solve this case for us. In return, we will exempt you from your time tax debt. Ah! Thus arriveth once again my time to shine! According to a book I have perused in recent days, any and all detectives working to solve cases of urban nightmare or beyond are issued this special investigator's badge during the course of their employment. This a badge that may as well be a universal pass to command all kinds of aid regarding the detectives? Fixers! We plan to issue you those badges, yes. Whoa! Much have I longed to add one such badge to my collection. Perchance thou shalt allow us to keep the badges once this case is dealt with? Nay, I demand that I be awarded at least 3 badges. One for my private collection, one for display, and one for business, so that... Shut it, lass. Right, what are we waiting for? Let's crack on, whack this distortion, and get the hell out of here. I hate dealing with money problems. I value your enthusiasm, but I would also appreciate it if you could allow others to finish their sentences before cutting them off and going on a long tangent of your own. Ayo! Virgilius wants to let Don speak. Ah. The problem is that they don't want all 13 of you running amok in an effort to solve the case. Indeed, I can't have your entire group run wild in the streets and potentially waste the precious time of our residents. Also, the Special Investigator badge isn't something that T-Corp hands out like candy. We can't give away a whole box of badges for all 13 of them. I concur to a degree. Otis, who has continuously and consistently suggested that we cut down the number of sinners, was the first one to welcome this offer. We should have done something like this a long time ago. What use is there in hauling around these dead weights? Wow! Okay, calm down, Otis. Otis is on a roll today, holy shit. We will leave the useless pawns behind to wait in the bus, while the elite team of high-performing individuals takes care of business. You seem rather confident that you'd be a part of the elite team of high-performing individuals, Otis. It's ridiculous to even suggest otherwise! Alright, enough with your nonsense. So, how many of us are allowed to work on this case anyway? Virgilius trailed off, clearly unhappy about this outcome. They have decided that 4 individuals, including the manager, is an appropriate amount of people allowed to partake in this investigation. That's not a lot. Accepted. We barely managed to get the authorization for 4 after much debate. Huh. Then you have wasted your breath. A tag team of the executive manager and I will be more than enough to handily complete this mission. Right, so it all comes down to my choice, huh? 3 sinners. So many eyes upon me. Not that I've never had them all look at me at the same time before, but the pressure is on a completely different level when it comes to making judgment calls like that. No one who's not picked will talk to Dante tonight. Looks like the manager is deep in thought, but pointlessly agonizing over something like this is a waste of time. I'm taking volunteers first, so let's see some hands quickly now. Forsooth! I shan't hesitate before such excellent opportunity! Maybe it's finally my time to shine. Oi, don't even need to ask me, alright? Let's get on with it. Oh nah, that wasn't... I'm not raising my hand. I'm just cleaning my glasses. Cracker! Oh, he's so silly. This is no simple matter. I've not been with so few sinners before, except for that one time when we accidentally walked out to the outskirts through the back door, so I have to take this slow and really consider all possible angles. What a mess, huh? I really didn't expect Heath to volunteer? Yeah, me neither actually. It would be too much trouble for me to list and debate all the arbitrary limitations they set, so allow me to make the choices for you this time, Dante. Well, I don't think there's too big of a gap between them when it comes to their capabilities, but they all excel in different situations. Dante, are you listening? I just said that I will be the one to choose your companions. No, I need to consider more than just their individual capabilities. Some of them work better when paired together, but it's also true that haphazardly pairing them together might end up making a team less than the sum of its parts. This is all about building team synergy. Wait, didn't Rhodia say something about how people born in December and August don't mesh well together? And... Dante, what are you on about? The sinners who will accompany Dante to solve this case are... I have to choose someone who can support me, calmly assess the situation, and remain free from biased judgment while making smart, rational decisions on the fly. The sinners who fit that descriptions are... We even have anyone like that? Ayo, Dante! Why do you diss them so hard? I still have to choose someone though. Damn it, I've got it! I choose Faust, Mersault, and Yi-sang! Rodion, Ryoshu, and Hong Lu. Huh? Wait, huh? Oh my god! Dante has selected me, Mersault, and Yi-sang. Haven't you been listening, Dante? I have certain things to discuss with Miss Faust regarding our upcoming journey, so she was not an option. Yi-sang was immediately ruled out even before the meeting adjourned due to his history of developing an unauthorized invention at T-Corp. Mersault did not volunteer. There was no reason to volunteer. Though I may have been disallowed from joining this investigation, I am truly grateful for your appreciation, Dante. I shan't soon forget this. Aww, baby. Wait, that's a... Hey, Otis, you know that's not at all what I meant. I just thought that maybe we needed someone skilled and experienced like you to effectively manage the remaining sinners while we're... okay. Oh my god, she's so angry! Oh, I really soured the mood, didn't I? The 3 of them, whom I didn't even imagine in my wildest dreams would be hanging out together, all turned to look in my direction. Whoa, just the 3 of us, huh? A trio is such an eye-catching number, isn't it? Rhodia, I get it, but why did 2 of you volunteer? But it sounded far. F-A-R. Fun as hell. The greater the quantity and diversity of experience, the better it is. Gah! Don Quixote tragically drops her head to the ground, crestfallen. I have naught else to blame but my slightly lower vertical placement in this world. Indeed, that must be why Sir Virgilius has failed to catch mine impassioned hand. Don Quixote sobbed, dramatically lamenting how Virgilius did not even bat an eye in her direction, despite her being the first one to raise their hand. Oh my god, your time will come, Don. Your time will come. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the only reason he didn't pick her though. Tis my final legacy I bestow upon thee. What's all this? A book, a magnifying glass, and... are these clothes? Tis my treasure, my collection. Prithee, be gentle with them. Oh, but why are you carrying 3 sets of clothing? One for my private collection, one for display, and one for business, verily. Is that not obvious to thee? Records of investigation. Solutions to the 13 problems by Agatha. Huh. Somebody's autographed it. Hold on, give me a second. I'll be right back. My door's open. I was certain I closed it when I started streaming. Shinta, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate it, thank you. Coco can't open doors, neither can Piper. I am... My mom is at work. Huh? Are you sure you're alone in your apartment? I'm contemplating on whether I should check the rooms. Sorry, Sin, it was me, forgot to close the door. Ah, no, okay, no problem. No biggie. Sorry, Sin, that was me. Oh, it's both of you here, actually. Who else from chat is here? Huh? Should we all grab some pizza after stream? Let's go! Maybe it's the ghost of the water you spilled. Surely. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna check the rooms again, okay? Just... I feel, hold on. I need to make sure. Okay. Okay. Apparently, I just forgot to close my door? And maybe a gust of wind or something pushed it open a little further. Who of us is pranking the poor girl? Who of you was this? Huh? Who of you? Oh my god. Okay, there's no one else in this apartment. I have confirmed. I can stream in calmness and blissful ignorance now. Sin is bothered, dry, unhappy, out of her lane, whimpering. Oh my god. Hey, man. Oh my god. Well, that's one way to scare yourself on stream. Anyway, who is this Agatha?
Yeah, how are y'all so ignorant in the lore of fixers? Once she was a grade 1 fixer who was so prolific that she may as well have been the face of the 7 Association. Truly no one.
Most people don't know those lore, Don Quixote. Cumbersome clubs.
How wilt thou call thyself an ace detective when not dressed appropriately for the occasion? Hear, hear, 'tis only right that the leading ace detective adorn her countenance with this special moustache.
Oh my god.
Look, Lady Agatha says in the foreword to this book that any self-respecting ace detective must always dress themselves in impeccable fashion.
Don Quixote, just let it go. So, I mean, I'm sure everyone has their reasons, but how come you didn't get picked for this, Ishmael? Didn't get picked? I never volunteered. It's not every day you get a legitimate chance to get some free paid time off without breaking company rules, and I wasn't about to let that chance slip. Hehehe. Hehe. Understandable. Smart. I guess I did have some last-minute regrets when I saw who Virgilius picked, but I just relaxed for a bit and jumped in to helping out when needed. Well, good luck while the... Call us the Elite Four, how's that? While the self-proclaimed Elite Four runs through T-Corp, why don't we find a place to take the edge off and unwind? How unfortunate. T-Corp did not authorize the rest of the sinners to run about unmonitored. You must understand that we simply cannot let individuals responsible for 10 billion ants worth of time tax roam free without proper collateral. Looks like they have temporary lodgings for those who have failed to pay their time tax. They're going to prison! Virgilius was pointing at what was clearly a jail cell! Oh my god. Are you certain that's a lodging guide? I'm going to jail? Yep, as living collaterals apparently. It will be fun, hey! Betcha you'll look fondly back at this memory when it is all said and done, Kay? We'll be right back, so be nice and stay put. Nice, this jail cells at least has some heating. Wait, what happens if they just leave and don't come back? We'll be seeing him again after 10 billion ants worth of time passes, I guess. What? Hey wait, get back here! That's more than enough time to finish weaving on the loom! Calm down, alright? We'll be back before you even...
Thou shalt return triumphantly as a glorious band of ace detectives! Mark my words!
Oh my god, Don. Still crying behind the bars. We set off on our journey after receiving the aforementioned Special Investigators badges, leaving the chaotic screaming and hollering of the remaining sinners behind. After a while, all we could hear was the sad, intermittent clattering of metal as someone violently shook the steel bars. Otis! No. Alright, looks like everyone's ready then. Let's get a move on and have a little chat with the third victim. Let's see, the case record says that... there it is. It's just a stone's thrown away. Huh? Yo, the attire. Huh? What do you mean, huh? Look at the record. It clearly states that neither of the first two victims is in a communicative state. How unfortunate. No, I mean, why are you coming along with us? I'm sorry, but we're not taking sidekick applications right now. Go away. Shoo! I love you, Rhodia. Incorrect. One of us will be joining your team. We were going to send an employee with you so that we can receive immediate updates regarding your investigation progress. Pull that stick out of your ass. We plan to send a Class 2 staff with you, but you're...
Me, a Class 5, see the badge?
The chatterbox of an employee replied cheerfully as he produced a twinkling badge from his clothes. I apologize for failing to recognize you, sir. I scarcely expected to see a Class 5 auditor all the way down here. Oh, 5 is higher, okay. That guy's a Class 5 staff, really? Class 5 is the highest rank one could reach as a wing employee, right? Ayo! Yeah, I thought so too. Well, don't be so sure, it depends on which wing you're talking about. Who knows, maybe there are Class 12 or even Class 20 employees out there. Get it? Got it? Good! Then let's get a move on. We stared in silent bafflement at the employee who had already stormed out of the building, then hurriedly followed him out the door. Isn't it absolutely brilliant? The very concept of killing time. They're not slowing down or speeding up time, they're eliminating it completely. Just janking it out of circulation. So, your name is... Mai? Mai? Relax and call me however you want. Names are such unimportant things, aren't they? Okay, I mean, that's an interesting concept to have. I don't feel the same way, but... No, names matter. Really? You never call anyone by their names, though? Oh, Dante! Relax and call you however we want, but you're obviously here to be our handler. That's true. That does make things a tad awkward, doesn't it? Let me think. Ha, I got it! You're all dressed like detectives. Why don't you consider me your ever-helpful assistant who tags along to your adventures? Okay, but still... Ryoshu, who was staring off into the distance while puffing her cigarette, suddenly spoke up just as Rhodia was about to retort. Assistant, lead us. Right away, ma'am. What's the difference between an assistant and a servant? You know, my family used to employ... They sure warmed up to him fast. Oh no. This image again, it's so good. Also, we have already reached the 1 hour mark, so you know what that means, everyone. Stretch! Wow! No! Oh. Time-killing puzzle. We are on 4 out of 15. There ain't no way I'm doing this in 3 hours. Oh my god. There ain't no way my voice is gonna survive this. Also, Coco wants to join. Baby Coco. Let me hydrate some more. Wow. Okay. Time-killing puzzle. This image kills me. I like how Mersault is just like, bye. Let's see the third victim of this case in this watch factories. Hold up. What was that? The obviously gaudy and expensive suit, the meticulously trimmed and shaped mustache. The third victim must be the owner of this factory. Assistant, confirm my deductions. You're right on the money, detective. We're off to a great start. We are detectives working on the case of time-killing time. My name is... What's going on? Ryoshu, detective. He sure is a fast talker. He's talking way faster than Mersault did when he reviewed those chickens. What the fuck is this? He's talking so fast. It's like someone pressed the fast forward button in him or something. I can't understand a thing coming out of his mouth. He's someone who has a lot of time. What's that supposed to mean? Oh god. Oh god.
An average T-Corp citizen has about 20 to 28 hours in a day, but you might also run into someone like him, people with plenty of time to spare, because they have so much surplus time they can afford to condense 40, 50 hours into a single day. And to people with fewer hours in a day, it will look as though he's moving 3 times faster than them. Someone with that much time could pick their nose in a blink of an eye before anyone even has the chance to catch them in the act. I want 50 hours. Ugh. Oh, she's getting angry. I gave Rhodia a quick look of concern. She had to do something before Ryoshu snapped his neck clean. Let's go! A quick look, as in a brief flicker of the flames burning on my clock. Would you mind slowing down a bit? I'm just worried that you're at a serious risk of becoming a victim of a completely different, slightly more fatal crime. He shook his head in frustration. Very rapidly, that is. Before activating what appears to be a voice recorder, it began to play his voice back at us. Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name's Bumble, a proud proprietor of this watch factory. Apologies for this awkward method of communication. You see, my days are 52 hours long. I used to live 100-hour days in my heyday, but the things have taken a turn for the worse at the factory in the recent years. Why does he say 52 hours? To me it looks as though you are all talking very, very slowly. I must say, it's quite frustrating, but I am willing to suffer this annoyance as long as you can solve this case. Oh my god. You have 52 whole hours to spend in a single day? Gee, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Oh, I can tell you if you're that curious. It's a very, very full life, I must say. Having more time to spend in a day means that I can get more things done in a day. Like sleeping 10 or more hours a night and having more than 40 hours left to spend. Good sleep really is the key to keeping your skin moist and fresh. Indeed. I'll let you touch it if you want. Coco wants to leave again, by the way. Coco! Yeah! Coco! Bye-bye! As though in an effort to demonstrate, Bumble was constantly zooming around the room, checking his documents, calling someone on the phone, and even brushing his teeth while he stood there listening to his recordings. Why is he brushing his teeth? Well, I don't know, maybe he has teeth issues and needs to brush them more often in a day. I don't care. Get to the point. It was one late evening, let's see, like always, I was busily walking down the street, I had a very, very important meeting to attend to, you know, and all of a sudden, an attack? No, I just happened to recall that I left the bacon on the kitchen counter at home, I should have left it covered with the strict 23 purple salt, Aha, my second oldest aunt used to sprinkle that salt all the time. The point. So I stopped briefly, looking up at the clock tower and wondering if I should head back home to salt the bacon, and that's when the Time Ripper struck, the clock tower? Each one of the 12 zones at... Oh, that's the assistant. Each one of the 12 zones at T-Corp has a clock tower that displays a T-Corp standard time scale. Because everyone has different hours to spend in a day, their watches sync with their respective time scales as well. So to tell the real objective time, one would have to check the clock tower. Oh, that's pretty neat. Alright, you two, let's focus on the important stuff. Let's see. How about we start with a physical description? A fine tailored suit. Huh, a tailored suit? A bit fancy for someone called the Time Ripper, don't you think? It must have cost me about 58 million on. Oh, of course, since it was tailor-made, its comfort was beyond human imagination, Wait, what?
And how could I forget, this impressive yet keenly shaped mustache, I wasn't talking about your own physical description. One more chance until I snack your neck clean. Snack your... snack your neck clean! She's just gonna eat his neck. Snap your neck clean, even. Oh, you mean the murderous appearance, Well, let me think, I don't recall anything, It just happened so fast that... How did it feel to have your own time killed? Was it painful? Can you not ask something like that with such a big grin on your face? No, but it was just... 100 hours was gone in the blink of an eye, I missed my very important appointment thanks to that. I'll have you know, I suffered so much damages, 100 hours? So you lost a whole week in the blink of an eye? That's not... that's not a week. Oh no, but 100 hours for me is just 2 days or so, Still, you have no idea how much I lost because of those 2 days, Ripping away time, huh? An invention that enables something like that would certainly win the Inventor of the Year award and the loads of prize money that comes with it. T-Corp really values and supports its investors, you know. Some people say that once upon a time, T-Corp's executive director himself showed up to bestow the awards. I guess once an inventor is always an inventor. I say that he probably wanted others to carry on his inquisitive spirit. I've seen the ceremony once, and he was giving out autographs. Then maybe we're looking for an inventor who received an award for the tech assistant? But every invention at T-Corp needs to be registered at the Technology Administrative Agency, though it is not without a few exceptions. There once was a time when a rogue group of inventors even, called the League of Nine Literatures, made some inventions that they neglected to register. And wow, what a mess that was! Every single corner of T-Corp was up in arms, everyone dashing about in a panic, making arrests, holding important meetings while It was that big of a deal? I can't even imagine how hard it must have been for Yi-san. Alright, so is there anything like that registered in T-Corp's tech agency? Nope, first time hearing about anything like that. Yeah, could have started there, you know. What if this is a power granted by the distortion? Meanwhile, Ryoshu, who was completely uninterested in the conversation, stared off into the distance. She looked out to the factory window and let out another puff of smoke before muttering quietly to herself. No killer, no corpses. Well, yeah, no one's actually dead and we don't know where the killer is. Who could it be, I wonder? Someone who took a liking to my very expensive suit, I say, That must be it, yeah. Disagree, your suit's shit. Ryoshu! Oh, I love Ryoshu. Oh. Besides, if I really wanted to kill you... Me, Why would you? I'd have to be able to move as fast as you do. I won't be able to get a good aim at your vitals otherwise. Ryoshu strode towards him, before suddenly breaking into a charging sprint. Bumble rapidly stumbled back in terror, but Ryoshu was fast enough to close the distance and press her scabbard into his neck, despite the disparity in time. Just like this. Whoa, I thought she was actually about to beat the crap out of him with that scabbard. That'd be a case closed then, huh? All we'd have to do is to arrest Ryoshu! Oh my god! Just put Ryoshu in a jail cell and leave with everyone else, I guess. You scared the heck out of me, Well, I suppose that villain didn't really stab me in my vitals or whatever, But he did appear all of a sudden, just like you did, I see, so the killer isn't just running around ripping time away from random people left and right. Yes, the killer was going specifically for that ass! What? The killer was going specifically for that astute standing sir. The void left behind by Sinclair's absence was much bigger than I'd thought. Oh my god. I meant that annoying stupid stash. Not having that kid here is frustrating. Ah, okay, that's what it was. Annoying stupid stash. No way, yeah? Can you think of a single person who'd hate someone like me, yeah? I can't raise my hand, but... Chad, can you raise your hand? I can think of more than a few. I say it must have been the work of some bandit who wanted to try on my tailored suit, Oh, what about your employees? Lady Agatha's book says that to find the culprit, we must first look at the victim's immediate circle. I have no idea if that book Don Quixote gave us earlier is actually helping, but I suppose it's at least a very good page-turner. Now Lou can't seem to be able to tear his eyes away from it. Too lazy? Hey, at least you have some hand raising, okay? Maybe I should check it out too, once we get back to the bus. Yeah, that works. Then the culprit has to be someone who hates the owner so much enough to try to take his time. Now, that seems quite implausible, as you can see. What? The laborers at this factory? They're all working so slowly, like they're moving through molasses. Well, most factory laborers like them usually live rather short 10-hour days, most of which they spend at their factory jobs anyway. What did you say? Listen up, everyone! Our output gains saw only 13% growth compared to last month's growth. Have I not impressed upon you how important this is? We'll be falling behind profit margin projections at this rate. Bumble hollers at them in frustration. The laborers very slowly turn their heads to look up at the factory owner, even the simplest action taking an excruciatingly long time to accomplish. Boss, it's impossible to work any faster than... Ooh, how bothersome, Less complaining, more assembling, Use your times effectively, Chop chop, Oh my god, shut up. You have no idea how frustrating it has been for me as of late, Did you even know that the next batch of cogs have stopped all of a sudden, We could understand him thanks to the recorder next to us, but everyone out of its earshot would have no chance of understanding whatever he's talking about. Hey, Mr. Bumble. You're talking way too fast for them to understand, you know that? How do you expect them to understand a thing you're saying? So, it's not me who's too fast, it's them who are too slow, Only hustlers and busybees like myself who make the best of their time can rise above the rest of this chaotic, bustling city, What? You know that's a load of bull. How are they supposed to hustle or make the best of their times when they're Exactly! When they're practically nailed on the floor, and with what time? Roja, hey. I don't think someone like him will ever understand what you're talking about. He was born and raised in T-Corp after all. Hey, assistant. You're a class 5 employee, right? Aren't you supposed to be a big shot? Do you seriously think there's anything normal about all this? Normal? Dear detectives, do you happen to be returning from a round trip across every single nest in the city all the way from A to Z? Can you confidently say that you have seen all there is to see? Not really, but... Then give this idea a thought, why don't you? That the notion of what is normal is just a mirage conjured by the downtrodden and suffering? That is to say, that suffering is just part of life in the city, regardless of which nest you're in. I don't see any suffering in that mug of Mr. 50-hour days right here. Such harsh words, I have my share of pain, I'll have, I've been waiting for something to get finished for a while, Do you know how much of a pain it is to wait for something but also have too much time in your day, It's so tedious. Bumble gently fixed his mustache and hair before caressing his expensive coat with care. That's it. I'm turning around. I turn my entire body just so I can raise my arm. Man. I see we're back in quite a lovely place again. Man. They do have some point though, yes. I don't think there's anything... Like, what do you even call normal in the city? Like, it doesn't matter which nest you go to, there's some absolutely messed up shit going on. And it's just gonna be... You know, it's not gonna be the same as in another nest, but it's still some crazy stuff. Still. In every single one of them. Oh, shit! I can only use them. Which makes absolutely perfect sense, but... It caught me a little off guard. Rose Banner! Tang Tang! My beloved. And we're taking Butler Ryoshu because... Yeah, she's cool. Actually, I would get the bonus for the other one though, right? If I find her again, that is. Ah! There we go! Okay. Maybe we do take her then, because it's a bonus in currency, and since I do not farm any events or dailies or whatever, it's probably good if I get a little bit more of that.
돈 벌러 가자.
Oh. Oi. Okay. Maybe we can flip the script on our line though? What kind of people, Rhodia, do you think hate rich people? Who do you think would hate people like me? Well, except for my family. Oh. If I do ever get murdered under mysterious circumstances, I'm willing to bet that it's one of my family members who did me in. Or Heathcliff. What the fuck, Honglu? Oh my god, he just dropped it like that. Okay. That's a pretty dark joke. The culprit went straight for Bumble, but his employees literally can't move fast enough to have done that. None of them look like distortions either. Yes, if the culprit's hiding among those slowpokes, Clock would have noticed it. Then that narrows the culprit down to someone unrelated to this factory. Someone without much time. Someone who's got a bone to pick against the time rich. Or it could be someone who's unhappy about the state of affairs in the T-Corp nest. Also, while Dante could be right that this power was granted by a distortion, nothing rules out the possibility that they may be using an unregistered invention. There may be more than a single culprit then. More than a single culprit, huh? Wait, I think I know an organization that might fit that exact description. Nah, no way, I doubt it. They don't ever take drastic actions like these anymore, even back at J-Corp. If you think it is, Rhodia, then it is. Spit it out. Oh, that's some coincidence, isn't it? I happen to know of a group of people just like them. Sometime later, in a certain alleyway. A group of people unhappy with the state of affairs in the nest. Perhaps you are looking for the Jurodivia. Yeah. Jurodivia. Ah, that rings a bell. Isn't your friend the founder of that organization, Rhodia? Oh, it's getting juicy. Rhodia stopped dead in her tracks. The Jurodivia. Here? I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Jurodivia? Jurodivia? Jurodividi? Jurodividi? Do you know something about that organization? I did hear that they've been spreading through the nests as of late, though it hasn't been long since they started popping up within T-Corp's borders. So direct T-Corp employees like myself have been stationed all over the nest to question any suspicious individuals. Methinks it's a real bother, standing guard here, all this stop and search, so tedious. So what are the Jurodivia up to around here? All kind of stuff that petty thieves get up to, stealing things like time or money. Well, I did hear that they also do some pro bono detective work for people who can't afford the time or money to hire people and... Wait, stop right there, you! What are you looking around all shifty for, eh? It's a stop and search. Oh! Red hat! Ah, hey, I'm just trying to walk away from the lady with the sick and that creepy glare! That's perfectly understandable, actually. Where can we find them? The Juro de Via. Well, it probably ain't too difficult. Let's see, there... Oh yeah, and then it explodes. Honglu! Wait, Honglu? What? Juro de Vidia. Juro de Vidia. Yeah. The Juro de Vidia. Got it. A sudden explosion tore Honglu to shreds as he was peeking around an alleyway. What? Speak of the devil, maybe I should have activated their badges earlier. Activate our badges? Whew, starting off with a bang, huh? Good luck, Dante. Let's bring him back. Gotcha, turning the clock now. Wait, you can bring him back? There, the explosion came from this way. Then watch! Chains of T-Corp, here to collect your filthy dues, eh? Okay, no time to explain, right? Then let's talk about that later. Time to beat up some people, because we always beat up people first. Juro de Via. Just skibbity. Juro skibbity. Juro dividividi. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Contemplating on whether to hit the win rate button. The jumblu dabadi dabadi. No, not Skibbity Toilet. Skibbity Toilet is so weird. I saw it once and then I was like, what is this? And then I checked what it is and then I didn't want to know anymore. Like, what is happening? Why is happening? It's maybe the correct question. It's YouTube poop. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I don't know. Hey, that's a birdie. I don't know. I don't know. You don't know the lore? I mean, I did look up where it came from, but I deemed it to not be worth occupying my brain space and leave the space for near lore instead. I think it's just the entire point of it is just being weird. It's an artifact of a younger generation with thoughts not compatible with our old brains. Yeah, that's what I think too. Just got back, did I miss much? Honglu blew up. Honglu blew up. And it might be the juridibidi at work here. My brain space is too precious for those things. Yeah, I think I look into other stuff that's not necessarily Skibbity Toilet. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Pretty sure it's an old thing but resurfaced again. Yeah, I think it was older, if I remember correctly. And now it's everywhere. Retreat! Hey, participation trophy! Participation trophy? Is he talking to me? Wow, what the fuck? How on earth did you do that earlier? Tick-tock, tick-tock, and voila! It seemed to me that you rewound the time and unwounded your friends. I've never seen a tech that could rewind time like that. Well, that's trade secret. Ask and you shall receive pain. Fascinating. Aren't you terrified of time? As far as I am aware, there's practically no way to rewind time for a singular entity that exists in an open, enclosed area. Either that or my study didn't reach as far as I thought it did. Wait, no. That's actually a very serious problem then. I was very desperate, you know. It's very unlikely that I missed anything. You know what else is a serious problem? The fact that we're wasting our time chatting about inane stuff while they're all getting away. Come on, Dante!
Hold on, inane stuff. This is extremely serious. Its importance is absolutely incomparable to what amounts to arresting a few small fry revolutionaries. If it was a true resurrection, then the head would have been after your heads already, so I doubt that's what this is. Then it must have something to do with time manipulation, I'm certain of it. Maybe it works with the same mechanisms as the TT2 protocol under the hood. No, that works only with an isolated closure. It can't rewind the time of a singular individual. Perhaps they are... Perhaps they are drawing time from elsewhere to inject it into their time streams. That seems a tad more plausible. If you're actually rewinding their time, then the visual elements of that process would manifest in a vastly different manner. I suppose this means that you can't really rewind or skip time either, am I right? This is actually interesting though. Even if he's yapping very fast. You can't just say all that gibberish and expect me to be able to process. Oh no! The process also seemed to involve a great degree of pain. Oh well, it seems to be in bad taste to say that it's good news, but I suppose I can say that what I'm about to tell you is somewhat auspicious. I was going to get into the nitty-gritty only if we had to venture into one of the more dangerous places like the back streets, but here we go. Check the other side of your badges. There should be a small clockwork knob attached on your badges there. Mind rotating it for me? The Class 5 staff jabbered on endlessly, zapping between numerous subjects within a matter of seconds, before reaching out and pointing at the badges we were taking. Not all fixers specializing in investigations are strong enough to defend themselves in emergencies. That is why these special investigator badges are all equipped with the same special function that goes into suits that higher-ranking staff members of Corp wear. It's called Golden Time. If you keep the clockwork wound, it will automatically speed up the body's natural regression process as soon as it detects that its wearer is at risk of death. It's nothing compared to what you're capable of, but it's quite something, isn't it? Ooh, that's cool. Speed up the body's natural regeneration process. Also, wound and wound, perfect example of English being English here. So I don't actually have to turn the clock myself? Well, it takes some time for it to refill once its charge is spent. Oh, new clock ability! If you ever run out of its uses, then I suppose it all comes down to you, participation trophy. You'll have to take one for the team and bring them all back yourself. You're willing to do that, but not willing to help us before we get torn to shreds, huh? I prefer that. Good. Ooh. Ready? Let's go after them then! Sometime later. Where did they run off to? Pretty sure they came this way. No more tracks. We wasted too much time on his boring lectures. Hey assistant, are you sure it's okay for you to just saunter behind us like you're out on a picnic? Why would I run? I hate running. Okay. It's literally our job. Oh, your job even, to arrest a Giro de Villa, isn't it? Is it though? But my job at this precise moment is to keep my eyes on you and your investigation regarding the case of time-killing time, not making Giro de Villa arrests. But you're a Corp employee. Okay, fine, let's say that I decided to run instead of walk and help you capture those Giro de Duero rascals. What then? Will Corp suddenly stop having problems just because they're gone? Will this place suddenly transform into some kind of humanitarian paradise? Not to mention that as long as their leader runs free, they'll be back before you know it. Excuses. Then kill the assistant. Oh, kill them all! Whoops! I mean, you might as well kill the assistant while you're at it. If we do kill them all, that only opens up room for a worse syndicate to take their place. If that happens, that collector friend from earlier might end up suffering from something much, much worse than having to stop and search random passerby. Not to mention that I'll be getting muscle cramps from all the running. Besides, isn't your friend one of them? Weird, I thought you wouldn't want me to arrest them. Right? I thought Rodia would be a bit happier to be reunited with the Euro de Villa. Well, since it looks like the tray's gone cold, let's go back to the stop and search lady and ask if she noticed anything suspicious since we left. Fine. The Corp employee we met earlier was still standing completely inert, not moving a muscle. Poor woman, can't believe she's still on duty at such a late hour. Such is the life of a laborer.
No. They got her. I can't even hear her breathing.
That's the Time Ripper's MO.
The Time Ripper got to her that fast? She's in a state of absolute stillness. A death-like state achieved without a thimble of blood on their hands. What a misophobic art.
Though she may be in a state of stasis, to those of us watching from the outside, for her this must be as brief as a blink of an eye. What do you think the culprit's trying to do with all that time?
Guys, this is a crime scene. Let's try not to touch the body. I mean the victim.
Whoa, look! There must be some sort of spatio-temporal displacement superposition phenomenon going on here. She's entirely incorporeal.
Is this seriously the time to...
Roja, there! Up ahead!
I whipped around, noticing the now familiar sensation of a distortion, and caught a brief glimpse of a suspicious figure slowly slipping into the fog.
You, stop!
Ryoshu, think you can catch up? I'm not your hunting dog, but sure, I'll entertain you just this once.
Oh, she's pretty fast.
Ryoshu sure moves fast when she finds something interesting.
It's been a while since I've seen people like you.
The kind who sprint forward with their eyes fixed on the horizon.
Here, everyone only ever looks down, their necks bent and gaze locked on the ground, watching their own feet take their halting steps. I suppose they only ever look up to check the time on the clock towers. But there must have been a time when everyone walked tall.
Why is he going on a yap again? I think I know why that is. It's because they all learned helplessness. Because they realized that even if they ran till their lungs burst, nothing will change. That it doesn't matter.
Yeah, not everyone can run like Mersault. Learning to maintain a stable breathing rhythm is not easy.
That's not what I'm talking about. Wait, take a closer look at her face. Remember? It's the same face she was making earlier when she shouted, "It's a stop and search." Yeah, maybe she saw some suspicious approach them from... What? Maybe she saw someone suspicious approach them for a stop and search and got ambushed. We should ask her when she recovers. Yeah, will she recover if we don't find the person who did this? We don't know when she'll recover. Sometime later. Catch. Are you sure you captured him alive? Hey Ryoshu, doesn't he kind of look a bit different from the mysterious person that got away? He's clearly wearing something different. Besides, he's one of the Juro de Vie we already ran into. Clothes are just husks that can be cast off at any moment. He started running as soon as our eyes met. Hey, rise and shine! How am I the suspicious one? Anyone would run if someone like you started sprinting at them with that big sword in your hand. I have many ways to crush the truth out of you. First, no dismembering. This is the Juro de Vie's turf. You'll soon regret dragging me down here. I prepared this secret weapon just for this occasion. Watch out! But nothing happened. What was that? One of the 5 greatest inventions of the Juro de Vie T-Corp branch, the portable adjustable frequency periodical lighting apparatus attachment soundwave generator. This will call every single Juro de Vie in its range to this exact location.
There, see what I mean? You see the problem prevalent among inventors. They never know when to stop when it comes to naming their inventions.
You'll pay dearly for smacking me in the back of my noggin! What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. They are in fact distorting, yes. I like to imagine the different pronunciations each time are happening in character too. Yeah, the Juro de Vie just changed their name every time you say it. He could have just said push button Lemao. He could have, yes. But it would have been too easy, and that would have meant less yapping, and man is he good at that. Can you imagine if this was voiced? Yeah, could you imagine? Someone reading all that text? Now, wouldn't that be crazy if someone read all that text live? Man. Man. Oh, me trying to hold on to the last strand of hope. Praying that the man doesn't start yapping on another topic. I mean, it's fun to voice stuff and like read stuff, but man, oh, it's so exhausting too. But honestly, I have such a huge respect for like voice actors in general anyway. Like voice actors are so crazy to me. They are such crazy types of human beings. I admire voice actors a lot. I'm not gonna do this today. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do all of this today. You good, Sin? No. We're barely at the halfway point. I can't do this anymore. Oh. Hey, welcome back to Lazy. This feels like when you want to close the store and the last client enters the building when it's like 1 minute to close hour. Oh my god. Go to sleep? I'm not going to sleep at 5 p.m. Of course you can't. I didn't read and it took me 3 hours. Wait, I thought when you guys said it took me 3 hours, you meant with the reading. With like, you know, normal speed reading. Did you not read the text at all? Or oh well, you read it fast. That's also very possible. Yeah. Skimming is very possible. You expect the chat to be able to read? Oh. I was reading quickly. Well, that is critical information that I would have needed at the start of the stream. I was so determined. I was like, yeah, we can do this today. If I just keep the pace up and everything, yeah, we gonna, yeah, punch this chapter. Yeah, no. No, we're not. This will have a second stream, which isn't too bad because usually I wait a week after release to do a stream on these chapters, but now it will just, you know, now it will fit the timing actually. So we will have another stream for this intervallo. It also doesn't help that like all the chapters keep getting longer and longer. The chapter punched back. Yeah, I was so determined. I'm like, and then the chapter turned around at me and looked at me and then just pulled out a bat from behind the bag and was like, bitch, it's on site. Oh. Thanks for stopping by, Lazy. I did take more time reading, but I was also a fast reader. There's a dungeon too? Oh, is that all you've got this chapter? Probably. Okay, well, in that case, I will not end it yet. We can still do 2 or 3 more stages. We will go with the usual 2.5 hours, I'd say. But in that case, I don't need to, you know, look at the time. Because then I just say, okay, we definitely do the rest next week. So I don't have to make my mom starve when she's waiting for us to go get a pizza. And man, do I want that pizza today. Oh, today's Pizza Friday, very clearly. Okay, a trail gone cold. Detective Ryoshu, come with me. There we go. What are you guys eating today? Are you also having a Pizza Friday, perhaps? The mushroom and smoked sausage pizza. Okay, that's a new one. My go-to is definitely always a fungi, so just mushrooms on it. And I guess putting tuna on a fungi is also pretty nice, but I usually go for fungi. If I feel crazy on that day, I will go for broccoli pizza. Spicy chicken pizza. Oh, that sounds amazing, actually. We bought it yesterday. Well, still valid. It's still in this week. We count that. You're getting fresh burgers at a friend's place. It's his birthday today. Ah, happy birthday to your friend. You're not eating anything. Hey. That's not an option. You need to eat something. Maybe not right now, but you should eat something today. Even if it's just something small. Because honestly, there are genuinely sometimes days where it's like, oh, I'm not hungry at all and I don't feel like eating. Sometimes even because like the day before maybe I ate more. And I think it's absolutely valid to then just not eat a lot on that day. But at least like a piece of bread or something. Just like get something small for your body when you have a day like that. And hydrate a lot, you know? Hydrate. I keep preaching it. And I keep preaching it for a good reason. Because I'm someone who always forgets. I think streaming days are definitely the days where I drink the most. Just because of the constant reminder. Ayo? Not so Ayo? Well, Honglu still did it. So there we go. You want that feeling? You've never felt full? What? Never in your life? You're eating jackfruit. Ooh. All the snacks don't go with your medicine. Aww. I mean, you should eat the snacks with the medicine, but you know, at least get something to get your oven going is what my mom always says. The oven of your body. I tell my friend happy birthday from Cinnia Antimony and he'll look at me like this. Oh, yeah, let's go. Oh. Convert him to bun. Yeah, let's go. See, that's an official bun invitation. Happy birthday, join our cult. Oh geez, that's a lot of abilities. I ate enough as other people did, but I've never felt like I can't eat more. Oh, but you know what? That's probably a good thing actually, because it means you haven't overeaten. Because that can actually be an issue too. That can be an issue too. If you overeat, your stomach will just hurt. And that also kind of sucks. All those missing buns valley of the sacrifices. I ate 2 cinnamon buns this week. And I don't regret it. Okay, the dying detective. Huh? Who's dying? Who's dead? So this is a cult? No! I mean, it's not a... Nah. You misheard. I said the Church of Buns, okay? This is a religion. Well, a cult also technically is another form of religion, I guess, so... You know what? It can be whatever you want it to be.
몸 좀 풀어볼까요?
It's a VTuber chat, of course it's a cult. We need to replace them? Yes, we need to fill up the missing cinnamon rolls now by converting more buns, clearly. After matching various pieces of information we found from the defeated Juro de Vie members together, we managed to track them down to a rundown building that appeared to be their hideout. You finally managed to track us down, haven't you? The fuck is your attire? Hello? Question mark? Exclamation mark? That's what I'm saying. Shinta! Thank you so much for your gifted membership. Thank you. I appreciate it. We made up for one of the buns. Let's go. Buns are wholesome, so it's a church. Yeah, definitely. You heard it there. Filthy watch chains of Corp and you clock. Oh no, the insult. You clock, he says. It's only elementary because I am an ace detective. Rhodia exclaimed triumphantly as she flicked her hair back, but I sensed the smallest hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yep, we're all ace detectives. I'll admit, we shouldn't have let you track us down, but you don't look so strong. It is a foolish move to fight a lion in his den. I hope you've prepared yourselves. Don't you worry about our butts. We've got a class 5 staff with us, you know. I can deduce a few things about you. One, that man's outfit. That aloof look on his face, I see. It's likely that you're not lying that he really is a class 5 staff. 2, you're absolutely shameless for bringing a class 5 watch chain to a rundown hideout like this. Why does this have anything to do with shame? I don't know about shame, but this place sure is rundown. Honglu. Honglu always has the greatest and most insightful comments. Right about this, I'll sit this one out just for the sake of fairness. It would be like cheating if I were to take part in this fight, yeah? That is a fair proposal. Fine, I accept your offer. Do we not gotta say in any of this? Fair enough. You know what? Let's go. I should, Buns, I need your help. Let me grab, wait, a post-it note. Buns, I need your help. So, I talked about reading again earlier, right? I'm actually reading my books right now. But my issue is always, you go into a bookstore, right? And I'd love to actually go into a bookstore and, you know, bring a book with me because it feels amazing. However, my issue with books is always, I feel like it's so hard to tell if they're worth my time, if you know what I mean. Because anyone can write a book and almost anyone can publish a book, so it's always like, I always try to research if I'd really like it and if it's worth my time beforehand. And that's why I need recommendations. What kind of literature are you looking for? Well, I can tell you that I don't like things that are like too romance heavy. Because like every second like novel out there also has a romance subplot and it's kind of bothersome. Unless it's something like this is how you lose the time war, because that was actually amazing. But I guess I just like interesting world building. I like stuff that is a little fucked up. You know, I like slightly messed up stuff, and I like me my drama and depression in stories. But yeah, also mostly looking for fiction at the moment, at least. I mostly get recommendations through word of mouth. True. That's why I'm asking you, Buns. I've also asked friends before, and I have like an entire list of stuff that they recommended. You probably already read the Discord books. I don't know what that is, no. Also, my pen is empty, shit. The Discord books. Do I need to join a server for that? Ha ha ha! Funny joke. Oh, Discworld! Not Discord! Whoops! Freaking autocorrect! Amazing!
운이 따라준다면 좋겠네요.
How about flowers for Algernorn? Flowers for Algernorn. I'll check all of them out after the stream because I want to fill these shelves. I have these bookshelves, but then I noticed, wait, I don't even have enough books yet to fill it all. I have space for my art books now, but I now have space for more fiction too. Okay, this world. Flowers for Algernorn. I recommend the Skoloman series. The Skoloman.
이 정도면 너무 성공적인데? 추가 보스 나오는 거 아니야?
It's basically Harry Potter but fucked up. Ayo? That does sound cool. If you want sad, essential calculus. It's already making me sad because it sounds like there's math involved. Calculus, essential calculus. Time loop stuff sounds like the thing for you. I love me my depressed time loop stuff. Anyway, everyone, you should play In Stars and Time, by the way. Just saying. I will let you know when it's on sale again, because I love shilling my indie games. There you are, detective. Doubt I can recommend anything you already didn't know. Actually, I haven't read that many books, to be fair. I can probably count the books that I have read on my two hands still. How many have I read? I don't know, do school lectures count? Because that's all the books I read back in the day, the ones I was forced to read. And then only last year, I think, or the year before that, I actually started being interested in genuinely reading because I wanted to. We are going to reread Don Quixote before some events. Oh, immediate fight. There we go. I don't know if I would enjoy Don Quixote. Maybe. Maybe I look into it.
제대로 찝었군.
You can look up Lao. Oh wow, that's weird letters. How do I even... I will butcher that if I even try to say it, I feel like. Lao...
간태님,
Ha?
봤어요?
Ha? 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 I will try. If I just enter it with normal letters, I will probably find it. In Before Sin creates a tag called Suggestimony. Oh my god. That's a great idea, actually. Suggestimony. Suggest to me the books and the games and the songs. There we go. My new hashtag.
제대로 찝었군. 한 잔 고.
I was complaining about, you know, the length of the chapter, and now we're like suddenly on 10. Kong Lu, let's go! That didn't do damage. Oh, but that did. There we go. Oh my god. Speaking of rolls and damage and everything, I need to talk to you guys again about my currently ongoing Baldur's Gate 3 run. I actually continued playing yesterday. I am committed to finish this. I am committed to finally finish the game. Is that a boss? Oh my god. Anyway, I finished the big shard tower yesterday. And I remember afterwards I went to a place where you need to pick up a ledger, and there was like a big dude with, I don't know. It was like a bar, and there was this super big dude with like this massive casket on the back, and he would just give you some kind of, well, I guess it's alcohol, or I hope it's just alcohol. And he would drink with you. And you had to drink with him and do checks 3 times, I think. And last time I told you about how I had to convince a character of something once, and I had to reload 7 times in a row because I always was below the rather easy check and failed constantly. Well, yesterday I was at the bar drinking with the big guy, and I did 2 critical 20 rolls, and then I also won the last one. So I'm really bad at convincing people, and I'm really fucking good at drinking alcohol apparently. And I was so upset. It was awesome because I won all the rolls, but I was so upset because I was like, well, if I talk about this game again, it's just gonna be, well, apparently I'm like super good at fucking drinking. As expected from a German girl. Yeah. Like outside stream. Only when alcohol is involved, apparently. How's the time killing going? We are killing, alright. And people are being killed, alright? Hey, Polex. Already reached Act 2, Act 3? No, I'm not in Act 3 yet. Rhodia, no! I am in Act 2, but I think I only have one more big plot point to cover, and then I can go to Act 3. So I'm like, I'd say probably 2/3 through Act 2 at the moment. Drinking alcohol is a base social skill. I'll accept that in Baldur's Gate. I will not accept that outside of Baldur's Gate. I remember Shar is the end of Act 2. No, you can actually do that first. I did that before the big plot point you have to do. But it affects the big plot point, so... Not even the HighTideSha bar. I will drink water at the HighTideSha bar. Oh well, I drink cola at the HighTideSha bar. There we go. You're bad at socializing and good at drinking. Congratulations. Oh damn it, somebody else was faster. Yeah, there we go. I see the wavelength is right. I'm 130 hours in Baldur's Gate, but I can't be bothered to finish the game. What? You're so far in and you don't want to finish the game? Why? Why? We quickly moved our conversation into the hideout after defeating the Eurodivi members. Surrender and confess. Starting to run low on patience. Might kill you soon. No, looks like Ryoshi's getting tired of playing detective. He surrendered already. Not sure what you want us to confess either. What, would you like for us to confess that we're the Eurodivi or something? He hesitated, unsure if he really was clueless or not. That's when Rhodia confidently strode forward and pointed an accusatory finger at the Eurodivi captain. Right, questioning time. You've always hated this nest state of affairs, am I right? Must you really ask? You like inventing stuff and not registering them to the tech agency, don't ya? Again, must you really inquire about something you could discern simply by looking around? Oh, mind if I take a gander at these inventions? A gander, not a gender. Wait, don't just go around touching... Ah, I see. This hedgehog toy is a time bomb disguised as a plushie. It scans the palm as soon as it enters within a certain proximity range, and if it doesn't recognize the palm as an authorized individual's, it will shoot out its spines to penetrate the intruder. But you screwed the parts too tightly down here. You'll do well to remember that mechanical engineering isn't all about tightening the screws as hard as you can. Sometimes you need a slightly loose screw or two to make things fit better. And another thing, if I were you, I would have made the spine holes hexagon-shaped, not circular. You could tell all that from a quick look. You are certainly no common employee. By the way, most of those are experiments, incomplete products in truth. In truth, you like making more dangerous inventions too, right? You really are a persistent one, aren't you? What are you getting at? And I'm sure these violent inventions eventually lead to something that can completely rip someone's time away. Wait, what? The culprit behind the case of time-killing time. It's you guys, right? It's what you do, isn't it? You see something that rubs you the wrong way, so you go ahead and smash it to bits. That's a bit of a logical leap, isn't it? Who do you think we are? Sounds like this friend of yours in the Eurodivida really messed up big time in the past, huh? Did he do something drastically violent? No, Cinnia, he always knew how to say the right things. Things to get people to agree with him, to convince them to join his cause. His words filled me with this confidence that we could really change the world. That it really was as effortless as letting candy slowly melt away in my mouth. But what could he possibly do to change the world? He doesn't even do anything, not like these guys. I bet the T-Corp DV are nothing more than knockoffs who just found themselves inspired by stories coming out of J-Corp, or... It's absolutely baffling how you failed to correctly deduce a single thing. Or we're not knockoffs. Besides, the Saint has already brought many changes to the world. Changes that you mere detectives can't even dream of. The Saint? Indeed, Saint Sonia, oh, the Saint, okay, was the only who really sparked the fire of the DV in every nest. Well, that isn't the only reason they call him the Saint, but that's beside the point. DV in every nest? Sonia did that? Since you claim to be Saint Sonia's friend, allow me to say it in no uncertain terms. The DV has nothing to do with your case. Sonia, are we supposed to take you at your word? First, we don't have this time-killing technology. We can steal time or time pieces, but it's practically impossible to kill time. Making something so absurd would surely catch the tech agency's attention. And that is trouble that I'm not willing to invite. Why, you've certainly been causing a ruckus here. Isn't that what the Eurodivida wants? Chaos? Please, don't compare us to the likes of Backstreet's gangs. Though there are those among us who want that chaos, of course. One of our former members insisted that we must take the abundance of time and T-Corp for ourselves and have our comrades divided equally among us. But such drastic actions would also hurt the have-nots, those who do not deserve such pain. So we must adhere to the Saint's teachings. To truly tear out the throats of the rich, we must wait for the right moment. The right moment? So it really was, Sonia. So I've been wondering, are you really the Saint's friend? Of course she is. He even invited her to join his journey. Why don't we leave for now? We can always come back here once we uncover more evidence. Tante says let's leave for now. Are we not arresting them? Didn't one of you guys give me a whole lecture about how it's my job to arrest them? Rhoda ignored the assistant's question and turned around to leave the hideout, wearing a dark expression, something I had never seen from her before. The assistant shrugged, and we were about to leave the hideout as well, but the DV captain stopped us. Wait, if you really are a friend of the Saint, then I can't let you leave without giving you some advice as the more experienced detective. I was able to establish a few things from the conversation, so allow me to share them with you. Oh, right, you dabble in detective work from time to time as well, yeah? Is this a common thing that you get up to? No, only the ENVtuber branch in District 20 do. Anyway, if I were you, I would start by looking for a common thread that ties all victims together. Find out what they have in common. Why? The Corp Collections Agency knows everything about time. Where it comes from, where it goes, but not with this case. But if they know everything about comings and goings of time, how are you avoiding their eyes? Not all of us do. I can't tell you more, however. Just know that we have an ace up our sleeve that lets us continue our guerrilla activities in this nest. Anyways, does it not strike you as odd that, for someone with such impressive technology that can quite literally rip away time without a trace, the killer seems unusually passive? This tells me that there is a condition they must first meet to use their powers. Another possibility is that they have a certain creed or a belief system that they follow. But ideologically motivated culprits usually leave behind more obvious evidence that points to their beliefs. There's sprinkled cinnamon across the scene! Oh, it's the Church of Buns. Oh, I think that adds up nicely. Wanna join our squad of ace detectives? Who the hell hired this bumbling team of amateurs detective wannabes? Never mind. Now, would you kindly leave this place? Well, we now know where the ENVtuber are. We can always come back here if we ever need anything else.
Wow! Okay.
Okay, alright.
언제 다 해치웠담? 이제 가도 되죠?
I feel like this might probably be as good a spot as any to take a break, and then we finish this next week. I have to think though, since I have a collab next week, and we have Opus and then Limbus. I probably can't do a Zatsu next week then. Should we immediately finish this on Monday then? Or would you prefer a little break in between and we do it on Wednesday? And I do Opus on Monday. Or I could do a Zatsu on Monday and then Limbus on Wednesday and then take a week break from Opus. That could also work. Fine with whatever. Well, these are my two options. I either slide in Limbus there or I leave out Opus for a week. As long as we have Sin stream, that's cute, thank you. Which one are you most anxious to play? The game I'm most anxious to play is currently not on the schedule yet. How you see it fit? Maybe I flip a coin. Maybe I flip a coin. Elden Ring? Yeah, that's the one I'm most anxious about. But I want to start Elden Ring after I finished playing through Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. So that's gonna be in like, I don't know, 3 weeks probably. Have you tried it offline to check it out? No, not yet, not yet. I should though, because I need to test settings and everything anyway. Also, yes, the week where Dawn Trail comes out, there will not be a Meow Day stream. Just wanted to let you know beforehand. I might be back by Wednesday. I might be back by Wednesday if I made it through the story. But otherwise, I'm taking a little break because it's very important to me. I thought you will take an entire week off. Well, I won't need that long because I already like marked at work that I'll be away on these days, and what I do is that I get online, I play the story until like at least 3 a.m. I go to bed, I'm up at 11 to continue playing the story. I can just say I'm an MMO player through and through. You started 14 all over again because of the hype. I mean, yeah, it can be very nice to revisit everything. Anyway, play Final Fantasy XIV, critically acclaimed MMORPG. With the new expansion coming out on the 28th in early access. So yeah. Not next week, but the week after that, there will not be a Monday stream. Because I have to be a nerd. And then sometime after that, depends on how far we are in Opus, I guess. We will play Elden Ring. I promise. I promise I will suffer. Actually, nah, I'm certain Elden Ring is like a super fun game, and the bosses are not actually as hard as it always looks like. I will, I will get like super good, super fast. Yeah, totally. I will be a professional at that game. No worries, no worries. She says, hand quivering. Do a Zatsu after that so you can nerd about the game all you want. You know what? That's a really good idea, actually. The week after, if I'm done by Wednesday, I'll just do a Zatsu so I can nerd out about the game. And then on Friday we can do Opus. Don't worry, you won't be mad at the game, but the chat though? Oh, yeah, I'm mentally preparing for the chat experience, but it's okay. It's okay, I'm good at ignoring people if I have to. But yeah, you know where it's at. This week, Yisang, no, not now. This week I still have the new cover coming up on Sunday. I will prepare the premiere after stream, so look forward to that. It's gonna be very, very cute, and I hope you will enjoy it. And then, oh, you see, since next week is, the break week between covers, that means you will get a cover in the week where I don't do the Meow Day stream, so like it's compensation. There we go, yeah, it's calculated. It's all calculated. Totally planned that. Didn't just realize. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for joining me today. I will go eat pizza with my mom. And I hope you take care of yourselves. We will probably see each other again on Sunday in premiere chat if you're there. Otherwise, I will be back on Monday and I will think about what I'm doing. But we are finishing this next week. So until then, thank you everyone for joining me on the wild VA ride. And have a good morning, day or night, wherever you are.
Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Wow!